All right, we're live. Sorry about the delay. Farmington, neutral zone, poke check by Casano, poke check by Owatonna, back into the Farmington zone. Shot, far to the left. Puck gets recovered, working up to Grossly. Grossly's got the puck, gets into the zone. Takes a shot, glove save. All right. Casano to take the face-off. Grossly, Holcomb with on each side, and Bennett and Mako on D. Face-off one, Farmington goes back to Bennett. Bennett's got it, lets one rip, tip, just goes over the board, over the net. Mako keeps it in, rebound out in center. Owatonna chipping it up in the open ice. Casano gives chase, gets the puck, gonna cycle it back, rips it around the boards. Mako there puts on the big hit. Puck behind the net. Farmington working the breakout. Owatonna tries to hit Cooper, not having any of that. Now puck's going up ice, chips it up to Casano, gets poke checked away. Owatonna grabs a loose puck, gets it deep, and now they're going for a line change. This ref just loves to stand right here. Grossly gets the puck, breaks it into the zone. Picked up by Casano. Battle in the corner. Puck goes up the boards. Owatonna's breaking it out. Holy cow, that guy's a monster. He just whacked you in the back of the head. Puck along the boards. Puck goes back. Getting picked up here by Aiden. Aiden poke checks it up, gets pushed back. Katz with the puck. Goes up to Kurtzwell. Kurtzwell pulls it out for Madsen. Madsen chips it across the ice to Sellers. Sellers grabs it. Nice pass there to Grossly. Grossly shoots, waits, shot, goes along the boards. Keeping it in the zone. Puck goes in the corner. Madsen holds it. Controls it. Gets it back to Kurtzwell. Kurtzwell centering pass. Gets poke checked. Back to Kratz. Kurtzwell goes back around the corner again. And Owatonna tries to get it deep. Aiden Madsen gets it into the zone. Knocked over there. Kurtzwell gives chase. Gonna put some pressure. They go D to D. And Luxembourg's gonna hold his own. Controls the puck, goes deep. Centering pass. Tipped. Sellers grabs that loose puck. Puck gets poke checked up the boards. Owatonna's going the other way. Owatonna chips it deep. Gonna get some fresh legs. Kratz grabs a loose puck. Nice quick turn there. Hits Levi. Levi breaks it in the zone. Got Sellers around the net. Gets some pressure. Sellers picks up the loose puck. Tips it. Oh, great up here there for Ondich. And gets covered up by Owatonna. All right. Right now, every mom's saying, I did a dance routine to that song. All right, face off. Goes back into Owatonna. Owatonna grabs it, trying to look for an open man, not happening. Great coverage by Farmington. And a nice hit there by Aiden. Oh, by Ondich. Puck gets turned around, going back into the Owatonna zone. Pokes up the boards. Wesley grabs it. Centering pass. Gets it loose. Going back here to Bennett. Bennett looking, lets one rip. Kick save off to the side. Wesley grabs a loose puck. Low shot, nice rebound, and covered up by Owatonna. All right, face off, deep in the Owatonna zone. Wesley Madsen, Ondich, Miles. Puck loose, gets grabbed by Owatonna. Little spin and turn there. Goes up the boards, trying to break out. Passes behind his own teammate. Loose puck there. Wesley Madsen putting some wheels on, grabs a loose puck. Puck's up at the corner. Otney gonna chase, grabs the puck. You can't hear me? You can't hear?
Screaming, I think.
Oh, no screaming?
Keep talking.
Why is it not screaming? Whoops. It's probably because my phone's not set up right. You think?
No, I think I got that.
All right. Puck behind the Farmington net. A few big guys on this Owatonna team, that's for sure. Passes it out. Nice block there by JMO. Puck goes up to the point. Some nice pressure. Holcomb with some body on there. Loose puck. Getting grabbed there. Going to have a nice odd man rush, it looks like. Nice cross-ice pass over to Grossley. Centering pass to Casano. Loose puck, and in the net it goes. Nice job there. Little tic-tac-toe. I wonder why it's not streaming.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm trying to get.
I hear it's not streaming right now, is it? That's weird. Face off, Sellers. Puck loose. Sellers grabs the puck. Oh, Aiden steps up, plays a body. Big pass over across ice. Gets picked up. Turnover. Coming down the other way. Puck behind the zone. Loose puck. Kurtzall got it. Crosses pass. Gets it over to Sellers. Sellers lets one rip. Bouncing puck now. Kurtzall grabs the puck. It's pinned against the boards. Puck goes behind Owatonna net. Owatonna looking for a breakout pass. Levi, good pressure. Picked up by Sellers. Sellers gets it back deep. Pressure coming by Levi. Owatonna puts it behind the net. Gets grabbed by Kurtzwell. Chip pass. Tic-tac-toeing on Owatonna's part. Puck chipped at the boards. Poke check by Madsen. Oh. I think that guy fell, but they're going to call a penalty on Madsen for something. Well, what's going on, you think?
I just tried to reset the key now, but I'm recording everything.
That's good. I mean, they'll have that at least. All right, Farmington down a man. Face off, tangled up, puck off the boards. Ondich grabs it. He's going to put on some speed. Looking at a short-handed goal right here. Toe drag gets it. Loose puck behind the net. Battling, knocking time off the clock. Gets it back over to Cooper. Wow, big hit along the boards there. But puck still in the Owatonna zone. Good penalty kill so far. Go to work it up. Ondich puts pressure on. They go far. Offsides will be the call. All right, face off. Neutral zone. Wesley Madsen gets it. Goes back to Owatonna's point. Little D-to-D action. Big long pass. Looking at enough icing. Coming all the way back. So far, a pretty solid kill by the Farmington. Penalty kill. Ondich take the face off. All right, tangled up at the face-off. Loose puck, grabbed by Madsen. Nice pressure there. Wrapping around the boards. Owatonna looking to break out. This is their breakout man. Going the other way. Tied up at the blue line. Good pressure there by Ondich. Owatonna loses control of the puck. J-Mo gets it behind the net. Now pucks along the boards. Pressure there by Ondich. Puts some heat on there. Knocks the guy down. Tips it up to Matson. Picked off by Owatonna. Owatonna turning the other way. Sends it deep. Mako to put some pressure on there. Puck picked up by Owatonna. Owatonna is going up to their point. Centering pass. Blocked. And I don't know how that went in. I think that got tipped just over J-Mo. Someone just said something about the video's like so-so. I think it's a connection here, maybe.
I just reset the key and it's good.
One. Face off. Puck tangled up. Goes deep in the Farmington zone. Aiden Matson going to pick up that loose puck. Goes to chip up the boards. And Owatonna grabs the loose puck. Poke checked by Kratz. And now Holcomb or Aiden's got a loose puck. Lets one rip. Loose puck. Blocked. Loose puck again. Everyone a little bit deep in the zone. Casano grabs it. Gets it back the other way. Deep behind the Owatonna goal. Icing will be the call. Got it?
Yeah, I think we're online now.
And this is
7 viewers.
this is the worst angle I've ever had for video, and it's like
You want a little over
no,
here?
it doesn't matter. It's just with the boards and stuff, you can't get a good angle. All right, face off down in Owatonna zone. Puck brought back behind the Owatonna goalie. Going to break out. Holcomb put some pressure on there. Puck goes back behind the net. Owatonna to break out, heading up with a full steam. Trying to split the D, not happening. Pressure there, and everyone ends up in the Farmington net. All right, face off down in the Farmington zone. Casano. The face off. All right, nice little chip play there. Gets it over to Grossley. Grossley's got the puck. Man, this ice is sticking and the puck is moving slow. Puck broken to the Farmington zone. Some toe drags. Nice block there by J-Mo. Mako. Wow, he pulls that guy down to the ground. Another shot blocked. And Farmington putting on some muscle today, using the body. Nice to see that. Puck center pass. J-Mo blocks it again. Puck going behind the net. Centering pass blocked again. Picked up by Cooper. Cooper's going the other way. Poke checked. Puck goes deep. And you're also going to put some pressure on there. Owatonna trying to use their size. Didn't happen. Going back the other way. Picked up by Kratz. Kratz gets it to Casano. Casano working to break it into the zone. Kurtzel puts some pressure on. Owatonna dumps it deep. Picked up by Aiden. Aiden rips it around the boards. Going over to Kurtzel. Kurtzel gets a pass. Breaks into the zone. They play the body on him. Sellers rubs the body off of Owatonna. Loose puck. Kurtzel grabs that one. Dumps it deep. And Owatonna's going to cover that one up.
Okay. We got
9 viewers.
Yeah.
Sorry about the delay. Had some internet issues here.
We'll upload the video later.
Yeah, video will be uploaded. We'll still have it all, but Sellers face off. Levi, Kurzweil on the sides. Puck along the boards. Madsen trying to hold it in. Sellers grabs the loose puck. They play body. He rubs them off. Looking for a centering pass. Gets it back deep. Levi's going to grab that puck. Some pressure on there. Gets it to Madsen. Madsen shovels it back behind the net. Sellers goes to grab the loose puck. Owatonna trying to get it out of the zone. Outward pass, but just the pressure is just intense here by the Farmington team. They're just all over these guys. Puck along the boards now. Owatonna going to break it out. Looking to get it into the Farmington zone. Defense holds the line. Puck goes behind the net. Sellers is looking to pick up that loose puck, looking for Levi. Shoots a big long pass, looking like an icing, and that's what the call will be. Coming back down to the Farmington zone. Wesley Madsen to take the face off. Puck loose in front of the zone. Oh my God, big hit there by Cooper Mockel. Puck picked up off the boards over to Ondich. Ondich grabs it, gets a centering pass to Miles. Miles has it with some time. Rips one. Ooh, he had a spot picked, but the goalie whipped out his glove just in the last second and picked up that save. All right, face off down the Owatonna zone. Yeah. I just went and saw her.
Did you really?
Yeah. Funny, huh? Anyhow, back to hockey. Wesley Madsen taking the face off. Puck loose behind the Owatonna goalie. They drop it back. Pressure's on. Wesley there for that, putting the pressure. Puck goes back. We got Ondich coming up, putting some pressure on there. Owatonna looking for a long, try to cherry pick, but Cooper Mako was there for that one and covered up by Jamison. Face off down in the Tiger zone. Loose puck, poke checked by Otney. Otney has it. He's going to look for Ondich. Ondich gets it, tips it, but dropped away. Otney gets some pressure there along the boards. Owatonna going the other way. Cooper looking to do a big hip check there, and that guy darn near crapped himself. All right. Bennett gets it back to Cooper. Cooper, big pass there, just out of reach for Wesley, and we're going to see an icing there.
So I've got a pretty good view down here.
Yeah,
so
when it's down there, yeah. Take the angles we get.
Yeah. Take the best we can.
Yep. All right, face off down in the Farmington zone. Pisano gets tangled up. Puck one, quick shot by Owatonna. Jamo blocks it to the side. Big hit there by Holcomb. Puck loose along the boards. Aiden Madsen's going to grab the loose one here. Breaks in the zone, lets one rip. And Owatonna's goalie swallows it in the belly. Face off down in Owatonna zone. Loose puck at the face off. Bouncing around, Owatonna grabs it. Going to break into the Farmington zone, chips it deep. Kratz putting some pressure on, far into the corner. Owatonna goes to their point. Deflected. Loose puck. Ryan chips up the boards, getting out of the Farmington zone. Owatonna trying to regroup. Whips it back and gets kicked by the referee. Puck controlled by Kratz. Kratz gets it back, flips to the boards to Grossley. Grossley chips it up to Casano. Casano grabs that puck. Puts pressure, loose. Ooh, covered by Owatonna's goalie in front of the net. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first period. Score 1-1. All right. Sellers taking the face off. Tangled up. Kurtzwell grabs a loose puck, gets poke checked and taken away by Owatonna. Bennett. So Mako centering pass. Icing waved off, deep into the zone. Sellers got some good pressure there. And then you have Levi. What? Big shot here. Just a bit wide. Bounces out. Cooper's going to hold it in the zone. Grabs that loose puck. Keeps going. Knocking kid sticks out of the hand. Centering pass. Loose. And covered by Owatonna. Some solid pressure there by the Farmington boys. Face off. Sellers. Puck won by Owatonna, goes back behind the net. Kurtzell putting some pressure. Looks like they have a big boy on D, trying to work through the Farmington team. Tries to pass it back, picked up by Farmington. Bennett got it, puts it deep. Oh, goes to chip it and just barely gets blocked. Puck goes behind the Owatonna net. Owatonna goes to dump it back. No one's there. Kurtzell picks up the loose puck, centering pass. Puck going the other way. Cooper going to play that, uses his body to control the puck. Excellent work there. Gets out of the zone, and now Cooper's going the other way. Looking for a big shot from Cooper. Goes around, burns it, blocked, goes into the corner. Sellers, centering pass, loose puck. Kurtzell goes behind the net, turns again, goes to center it, gets poked. Otney with the loose puck. Chips it back up to Matson. Matson lets him rip. Loose, and gets kicked out to the side. Puck held in the zone. Bouncing, Miles there to grab the loose change. Going to take it behind the net. Owatonna grabs that puck, tries to break it out, and we're looking at another icing here. Coming all the way back, 1:42 left in the first.
Viewers now.
All right.
On his building there.
Sorry about the delays, the camera angles, but tough arena to video from. Shot, loose, kick save wide. Poke check picked up by Owatonna. Pass it across the ice. And look at that. Kratz taking out their big guy. Puck goes around the net. Centering pass goes to Wesley. Wesley controls the puck. Has it going deep into the behind the net. Puts on the brakes, cycles back. He's got Ondich there. Ondich. Some fancy stick work there. Looking. Rips one. Blocker save. Back door's open. Hits the pipe. Puck loose. Owatonna going to break it out. Passes to no one. Picked up by Matson to Kratz. Kratz goes a pass, gets tipped. Icing's waved off back into the Owatonna zone. Otney putting some pressure on there. Loose puck. Owatonna's going to break into the Farmington zone. Gets pushed over there. Nice play by Kratz. Kratz lifts it on the boards over to Otney. Otney gets the loose puck. Chips it up to Matson. Matson gets it deep, and Farmington's getting some fresh legs out there. Owatonna, big cherry picking pass, but the guys got out there just in time. Puck along the boards. Casano pressure. Loose puck. Picked up. Poke check. Grabbed by Mako. Mako looking for Grossley. Oh, that's an offsides. Close though. Some smart hockey and smart plays right at the end of the buzzer. All right. Now we have a 1 minute breather. We're streaming? Excellent.
Should be good now. I think
Am I off
that
air?
key expired, and I was
Oh,
trying to
really?
change it out. I was like, I've been using it forever.
Well,
We got the whole thing recorded, so that's good.
it's just, yeah. You did a fine job. All right, we're back. 1-1, start of the second period. Story of the game so far is the Tigers have been pretty aggressive and some solid pressure. And referees love to stand in front of us. All right. Oh, that's fine. There's some big boys on this Owatonna team. Casano facing off Goliath. Casano wins the puck back to Holcomb. Holcomb to Mako working to get it deep. Owatonna gets it back, picked up by Bennett. Bennett turns, Burns, goes the other way. Gets up the boards, gets it to Grossly to Holcomb. Back to Casano. Puck loose, gets down behind the Owatonna net. Oh my God. Bennett just killed that kid. He's not sure what's going on. Puck loose. Casano's got that. Shot and covered up by Owatonna. Holy crap. Bennett with just a monster hit. Man, I hope I got that on video. Like, I think this might have been in the way.
Oh, is it right in the way?
I know. Like, that was a crushing blow, too. You line that one up. And that's how you get people to not break out. That kid's not grabbing a loose puck ever again. Face off. Down in Owatonna's zone. Loose puck. Madsen gets it deep. Levi, or Kurtzl after that one. Owatonna goes to break it out. Levi poke checks the loose puck. Owatonna grabs some change and goes to break in the zone. Centering pass, not there. Loose puck along the boards. Goes to their point. Point lets one shoot and loose behind the Farmington net. Owatonna cycles it back to their point guy. Lets one rock. Nice save there by Jamo. Aiden shoots it up. They hold the zone. Loose puck there. Goes to chip it. Gonna grab by Sellers. Kratz. Pressure. Gets the loose puck. Owatonna's doing a line change. Frampton's got some time. Big long pass there. Gets through everybody. Waved off icing. Pressure behind the Owatonna net. Miles goes there, grabs that loose puck. And stick handle through. Ooh, nice little shot there. And now Owatonna grabbing the puck, trying to break it out. Another big hit. Looks like we have the net jarred loose. All right, face-off down the Owatonna zone. 17-minute period for those of you watching at home. Face-off. Just chipped out of the zone. Another body hit there by Ondich. Here we have Bennett grabbing the puck again. Owatonna pushing him around off the puck and picked up by Jamison. I hate these
Look at these,
refs.
how tall he is.
I know. Kid's got to be at least 6'3". All right, face off. Ties up the Owatonna center. Puck goes to the D, trying to get it back. Nice poke check there by Wesley. Picked up by Bondage. Back in the Owatonna zone. Loose puck grabbed by Wesley Madsen. Works it deep. Centering pass. Poke check. Puck along the boards there. Owatonna just wants to get the puck out of their zone, and you're going to see nice. All right, fresh legs for both teams. Face off. Back behind the Owatonna net. Pressure on. Pressure there again. Aiden puts it from the backside. Puck's going in the Farmington zone. Cross pass. Ooh, right off the bar. JMO was totally screened on that one, and Farmington got a little bit lucky. All right, face off. Farmington zone. Casano take the face off. Puck behind Farmington's net. Pressure there. Loose puck. Madsen pressure. Rubs them off on the boards. Owatonna goes to their point, looking for a shot. Lets one rip and covered up by JMO. I did a dance routine to this.
Up to this point, we didn't have to stroke it last night.
Right? All right, face off. Farmington zone. Puck loose. Bodies all over the place. Picked up by Aiden Madsen. Shoots it up. Centering pass. Just out of reach. You're going to see an icing here. Coming all the way back. All right, Sano to take the face off. Puck drawn back to Owatonna's D. Gets it deep into the Farmington zone. Poke checks up to Holcomb. Holcomb trying to get it up the boards and out of the zone. And there it goes. Puck going the other way. Some pressure by Casano. Owatonna tries to do a big cross ice pass, but no one's there, and icing's waved off. Loose puck picked up by Owatonna. Centering pass. Gets poked out of the zone and going the other way. Grossly to put some pressure on here. Puck D to D. Owatonna doing a big long pass. Missed by all. And we're going to have an icing. Face off down in the Owatonna zone. All right. All right, face off, tangled up, picked up. Point goes back to Cooper. Owatonna's there, tries to chip it around. Good play there. Cooper picks up the loose puck, taking it behind the net, using his body to protect. Chips it up the board to Levi. Levi getting pressure by Owatonna. Loose puck going up. They try to chip it up and over, and J-Mill with a glove save. All right, face off. Sellers. Puck loose, grabs it, goes to the point, Kurzel's putting pressure on. Owatonna just gets it to the big guy. Big trip there. Puck goes up along the boards again. Pressure, picked off by Bennett. Skates around, working behind the net. Wraps the boards to Kurzel. Kurzel grabs the puck, chips it up. Puck tight. More battle continues along the boards. Loose puck. And now we have what appears to be a tripping call. I think they stepped on someone's stick and now they're going to the box for it. Just bad luck on that one. Well, it's unfortunate. I think the guy stepped on Ethan's stick, fell, and Ethan got a tripping for it. Just one of those bad luck calls. Puck gets poked out. Kurzel putting pressure on there. Puck going the other way. Farmington on the penalty kill. Pressure by Kurzel. Poke checking. Still continues that pressure. Driving Owatonna deep behind their net. Owatonna going the other way. Going to try to break into the Farmington zone, and they do. They get in. Shot. Blocked. Picked up by Kratz. Kratz chips it up, and we're going to probably get an icing here. Icing is the call. Coming back into the Farmington zone. We're on a penalty kill for another minute 33. Farmington getting a bunch of new offensive players on there. We got Otney and Ondich ready to kill off the penalty with Kratz and Madsen. Face off. Ondich loose. Back to their point. Tries to go deep. We're working to cycle the power play. Gets it over to the far boards. Owatonna misses the puck. Ondich races. Otney's there. Goes a center pass. Blocked by Owatonna's D. Some nice speed by Otney to back check. Going back in the Farmington zone. Cross ice pass. They're waiting, trying to set up the play. And some pressure there. Puck gets out of the zone. Great pressure by Otney. Love to see the intensity. Puck goes back. Breaking it in. Nice poke check. That's offside. And boys, that's why you take the extra steps. That guy could have saved his team an offsides on the power play, but he was lazy. All right, face off. Neutral zone. Farmington still on the penalty kill for another minute. Ondich. Puck goes back. We're going to see Kratz pick that one up. Going to take some time off the clock. Up the board, chips it. Gets out to half ice. Ondich gives that puck out of the zone again. Oh, some sweet legs there by Kratz. Grabs the puck. We're looking at a shorthanded goal. Oh, kicks right off to the side and cycles it back deep. Another loose puck picked up there by Ondich. Owatonna breaking it back into the Farmington zone. 2-on-1. Tic-tac-toe. Great defensive play by Cooper Mako. Puck goes to the boards. Owatonna trying to set it up. Big save there. Puck nets off. And 13 seconds left in the power play for Owatonna. Farmington getting some new legs out there. Wesley Madsen, Castano, Aiden Madsen. For another 13 seconds. Puck gets picked up by Castano. Owatonna's giving them some time. He brings it into the zone, stops, lets one rip, looking for a rebound, nothing there. Wesley's going to pick up that juicy rebound. 4 more seconds in the penalty kill. We're getting Jace Grossley on the ice now. Going to pair up with Castano. All right. Puck drawn back behind Owatonna's net. Owatonna trying to break it out. The pressure's on. Mako picks it up. Gets the puck deep. Castano going to put some pressure on Owatonna. Oh, Chase was going to clobber that kid. Puck still back in the Owatonna zone. Big cross ice pass. Owatonna grabs it, looking for their center. Passes, chips it into our zone. Bennett is going to pick up that puck. Holcomb grabbing it, going to start skating up. Big pass. Owatonna with the puck, cycles back. Going D, looking for their wide wing. Gets them. But then Bennett grabs that puck, holds it up along the boards. Grossly gets a loose puck over to Cooper. Cooper's going to grab that. Gets it back and dumps it deep into the Owatonna zone. And looks like we have a... Oh, they call icing off. Holcomb rips one. And loose puck falls into the Owatonna goalie's pads. All right. Casano with the face-off. Grossly and Holcomb to each side. All right. Loose puck picked up by Owatonna. Owatonna tries to chip up the boards. I would guess this will be an icing. Probably not. Nope. Cooper has enough speed to grab it. Goes D to D, rings the boards, going to Grossly. Grossly rips it back up to Casano and Holcomb. Holcomb put on the speed. Casano grabs it. Nice effort there. Puck picked up, cycles around the net. Centering pass gets poked just out of Bennett's reach. Bennett's going to go back and help regroup the team. Chips it back up to Grossly. Grossly grabs the puck. Nope. Picked off by Owatonna. Owatonna gets it deep. Little shove in the back to Kratz. Puck going up. Body, shoulder, Holcomb. Holcomb gets it out of the zone. Owatonna grabs it, passes to Grossly. Grossly sitting in a great spot. Over to Casano. Oh, man. Almost buried that one. Loose puck behind the net. Puck is far corner. Owatonna grabs it. Goes to pass it up. Kratz putting some pressure on there. Rubs Owatonna off the puck. Bennett, or Matson gets it over to Casano. Casano lets one rip, and it goes high into the net. My hands are so cold right now. I gotta keep
extra pair of gloves.
right. This is so hot. Face off, tangled up, picked up by Owatonna behind the net. Body there by Levi. Nice pass there. Gets it over to Kurtzall. Kurtzall's got loose change. Back behind the net. Cycles, turns, burns. Puck is loose. Can't really get a good angle on this one. But puck is grabbed by Owatonna. Centering pass. Levi, good back check. Owatonna gets it deep. Sellers off the board. Bouncing loose puck. Gets out of the Farmington zone. Owatonna gets it back to their D. Oh, nice play there by Levi, putting pressure and seeing that play unfold. Puck gets chipped out of the zone, and a little bit of shenanigans along the boards. All right. God, I hate it when this guy's going my way. Face off. Puck won by Farmington. Goes back to Kratz. Kratz centering pass to Sellers. Grab, loose puck. Puck goes deep into the Owatonna zone. Tries to get out of the zone, picked off by Matson. Matson lets one rip, loose puck into the corner. Owatonna goes to push it back, tries to cycle. Going the opposite way now, trying to break it out. Sellers got pressure there. Loose puck, Kratz chips it in, goes back into the zone. Loose puck. They just want to get out of the zone. I think that's a kid that Bennett rocked before. He's probably done playing hockey for the game. Back up the boards, and loose change goes out to Jamo, who kicks it to the side. Nicely played there. Puck along the boards. Kurtzall goes to grab it. Gets back. Loose puck. Long. Kurtzall comes out with it. Chips it off the board. Gets it out of the zone. And offsides will be the call. 6 minutes left in the period. All right, Wesley Matson, Ondich, and Otney. puck gets shipped back to Mako. Mako, using his body to control the puck, ships it up. Grabbed by Owatonna, trying to get it deep. Mako with it. Nice centering pass to Ondich. Mako killed the kid behind the play. And Farmington puts one away and back of the net. Guy's looking off the Mako a bit, but he's just laughing that one off. While the Farmington come up with another goal, 2-1. You see that behind the play?
Yeah.
Jeez. Ah. All right, Wesley Madsen, Ondich, Otney. Face-off won by Wesley, but overskates it. Now goes back. Miles putting on the extra speed to control the puck. Poke check over onto the stick and breaking back into the Farmington zone. Wesley gets on the boards. Otney gets it out of the zone. And we got offsides here by Owatonna. Natalie has had enough of her son today and puts him down. All right, face-off. Wesley Madsen. Puck loose, get picked up by Owatonna. Pressure there, goes to their point. Ondich gets a stick on that, goes far to the corner. Centering pass. I wonder what we're calling here. We have another net off. Looks like the net's off again. Face off down in the Farmington zone. Wesley Madsen. Referee's having a talk with J-Mo. I'm not sure what that's all about. Face off. Loose puck. Grabbed by Mako. Chipped up the boards. Loose. Ondich. Battling for that one. Controls it. Rubs off. Gets the centering pass off. Owatonna grabs a loose puck. Picked off there by Bennett. Good heads up hockey off the boards, out of the zone. Wesley Madsen and Ondich going the other way. Poke checked again there. Bennett grabs that. Miles gets in the zone to Wesley. Wesley, a little bit of a skate malfunction. Back over to Otney. Otney rips it, blocked. Owatonna gets it back into the corner. Picked up here by Ondich. Centering pass. Loose. Ooh, that could have been a trip. Anyhow, play continues. Goes to Grossi, lets one go, nice and low for that rebound, and covered by Owatonna. All right, Farmington getting some more fresh legs out there. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in this period. All right. Face off goes to Kratz. Kratz lets one rip, and that goes in. I would have called that one a knuckleball, because that was going right through the goalie's glove and decided to take a dive down. I'm not sure if there was a tip there or not, but fun goal to watch from this angle. What camera are we on for that one? Nice. Yeah, that puck, it did like a curve. It got tipped or something, but that'd be a fun one to watch again.
Yeah, we'll have to. I'm pretty sure I got that in the stream.
That's solid.
Well,
all right.
Definitely got the camera.
Casano for the face-off. Puck won back by Farmington. Goes over to Kratz. Kratz. Big pass to Grossi. Picked off by Owatonna. Owatonna going the other way. Battle on the boards. Picked up there by Madsen. Gets it to the far side. Kratz is pushing it deep. Owatonna picks it off. Chips up the boards and trying to break into the Farmington zone. Owatonna tries to sneak one in. Loose puck. Owatonna gets it deep. Pressure there. Poke check Casano. Gonna take it back behind the net, wraps the puck going to Grossly. Grossly tips it, and they say it's in, but that's a close one. Kratz getting that loose puck. Takes his time, dangles, gets hit. Owatonna's gonna grab that puck, kind of cycles around themselves. Going to his backhand, trying to get an angle, not happening. Someone just got to hit that kid. Kratz takes out the guy loose in the center of the ice. Puck back, centering pass. Nice save by Jamo. Farmington looking tired out there, and Jamo going to slow that down a little bit. Yeah. All right. Farmington going to get some fresh legs out there and probably need it after that little bout. All right. Face off. Sellers. Oh, Jesus. All right. Face off by Sellers coming up here. Loose puck. Picked up by Kurtzwell. Gets stick raised, and they grab the puck. They go wide and grabbed by Jamo. Nice save again. Face off down in the Farmington zone. Sellers takes the face off. Everyone's ready to go. Puck one, back in the corner. Mako grabs that, working around the board. Returns it the other way to Bennett. Bennett stops, turns around again, goes back to Mako. Mako's got the puck now. He's going to start skating up ice. Got some steam going, gets it into the Owatonna zone. Lets one rip, loose puck. Owatonna just rips it down the ice. Farmington's got some time to pick this up and regroup. Bennett's got it now. Up the boards, bouncing out of the zone, and we'll get offsides. 4 minutes left in the period. Well, I think that face-off should probably be at the center ice, if not the other side as well. Sellers with the face-off. Puck goes back to Levi. Levi gets it back. Going to Kratz. Kratz centering pass to Sellers. Sellers has that puck. It's full check to the board. Sellers goes to Levi. Levi controls it, puts it back towards Sellers. They try to go to break it out, hit the center. Now they go another ways off the boards to their winger. Poke check there by Kratz. Sellers grabs the loose puck. He's going the other way. He's got Levi with him. Shot, block, loose puck. And Owatonna needs to ice the puck. Icing's a call. Wesley Matson to face off. Puck one back. Matson gets it deep over to Otney. Otney's carrying it on the outside. Gets it, rotates it deep back to Matson. Matson has it. Cycling again, gets it deep. This time Owatonna grabs it. Nope, Otney's got it back. Goes to Aiden. Aiden's got it. Lets one rip. Gets poked. Fumbles behind the net. Ondich, some pressure there. Grabbed by Wesley. Just shoots it above the goal. Kratz gets it. Puts it back down deep to Ondich. Ondich shoveling it back to Aiden. And now you have Owatonna trying to get out of the zone. Just barely pokes it out. And now poke check there by Bennett. And puck goes behind the zone. Behind our goalie. Ondich grabs it, uses his body to protect the puck. A few kids pile up there. Picked up here by Wesley. Wesley going the other way with Otney. Wesley enters the zone. Puck gets poke checked in the corner. Centering pass, tip, and sweet goal by Andy. quick heads up hockey. 1 minute left in the period. Score 4-1. I did a dance to this.
We should take a dance match. So
Right?
Good on
Right?
Really embarrass the kids.
Start dancing on the side. All right, face off. Loose goes back to Matson. Matson to Kratz. Kratz, big pass over to Aiden. Aiden's going to grab that, bring it into the zone. Loose puck, center pass. Loose puck again. Holcomb shoots and scores. Nice job there. Now it seems like every time you shoot, it just goes in the net. Did you have the gold cam on?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. All right. Farmington up 5-1. All right, face off. Pisano. Bouncing puck. Goes back to Owatonna's D-man. Owatonna dumps it deep. The Farmington zone. Poke checked away. Holcomb's going to grab that, looking for a big pass to Grossly. Gets poke checked away by Owatonna. Puck loose along the boards. Owatonna goes deep, going to Kratz. Kratz rips it around the boards. Ben's there to poke it. Owatonna hugs the boards and keeps it in the zone. Owatonna deep, so moving around, goes to shoot, blocked. Loose puck, picked up by Holcomb. And we got a cross check coming up here. And I'm not sure what happened over here, but I see Ben on the ground. What happened to Ben? Looks like someone hit him. Farmington on the penalty kill. 6 seconds left in the period. All right. Jace at the face-off, tangles up the center. Puck goes to the boards, and that'll be the period. All right. I'm using the bathroom for real this time.
Well, I guess that's it, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching the Owatonna Farmington game. Final score here 5 Farmington, Owatonna 1. Looks like that's it. We're signing off for the day. Thanks, everybody. Well, we'll hold on here quick to see if it's it, or we're just going to clear the ice. Okay, guys, we got one more period here yet. We just had to double check. So everybody hold on. We got about a 10-minute break here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're live.
Am I good here? Oh, shit. Damn it. All right. Face off. Face off. Farmington on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. Puck goes back. Owatonna goes to get it deep. Picked off by Cooper Mako. Chips it loose. Chips it off another Owatonna player. Puck's back in the corner. Owatonna cycling. Cycles it back behind the Farmington net. Picked up here by Owatonna. Cooper puts some heat on the corner. Bennett, some pressure. Puck goes up to the Owatonna point. Blocked by Ondich. Loose. Poke check. Ondich picks up the loose puck. Chips it over to Wesley. Wesley back over to Ondich. Now they're in the Owatonna zone. A shot. And covered up by Owatonna. Ondich took a pretty heavy hit there. Looks like he's a little bit got the wind knocked out of him, maybe. Hopefully he's fine. Face off going into Owatonna zone. All right, puck goes back behind the Owatonna nets. Holcomb, pressure, drops it back. Picked up, and now they're entering the Farmington zone. Lets a shot rip wide. Shot, kick save to the side. And it looks like we have the net is off again. All right. Face off down in the Farmington zone. 47 seconds left in the penalty kill. Puck picked up by Holcomb, gets it out of the zone. Pressure on there. Owatonna off the boards. Goes far to the side. More pressure there by Holcomb. Puck along the boards, more pressure there. Owatonna passes it right out of the zone. Owatonna going to try to set up the power play. Good pressure by Grossley. Puck going up the far side of the boards. Owatonna goes back trying to set up their power play. Pressure by Holcomb, and Owatonna passes the puck out of the zone. Loose puck. Chipped into the Farmington zone. Aiden Madsen grabs it, cycles it behind the net. Farmington full strength. Owatonna goes to pass, and the puck leaves the zone. Sellers pressure. Owatonna loose puck in the center of the ice. They will try to get it deep. That doesn't go too far. Mako goes to flip it off the board, but grabbed by the basketball player. Grossley, loose puck off the board, goes high, and now picked up by Casano. And Sellers some pressure there. Owatonna going the other way now. Tries to break it in. Pressure on. Puck gets blocked. Nice save there by J-Mo. Face off. Sellers. Puck to the point. They let one rip and covered up by J-Mo. Face off again, back in the Farmington zone. Sellers. All right, puck brought to the far boards. Kratz pinning him up. Sellers giving some help there. All right. Puck, loose puck there, grabbed by Levi. Pass over to Aiden. Aiden shoots it, gets tipped into the corner. Aiden goes to cycle it back to Sellers. It's poked out of the zone. Kratz is going to grab that puck. Got a bit deep in the Farmington zone. Behind the net. Off the boards. Picked up here. Nope. Kratz skating it up. Going to get into the zone all on his lonesome. Lets one rip and a glove save by Owatonna. Face off. Owatonna zone. Oh shit. What happened here? Am I on? There we go. Alright, back on. Alright, Owatonna chips the puck down ice. And we'll get an icy. Coming back into the Owatonna zone. Am I angled goofy?
Yeah, there you go.
It's not much I can do about it. God, I just did it again. Alright, face off. Behind the Owatonna goalie. Puck pinned against the boards. Sellers have put some pressure on here. They go to chip it up. Then it holds puck in the zone. Owatonna taking it behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Tries to go the other way. Kurtzwell still got that pressure on. Owatonna just back and forth breaks and decides to dump back to his other winger. Pressure there. Puck going up the boards. Owatonna goes to shoot across the ice. And they want to get it deep into the Farmington zone. Puck picked up by Mako. Bennett gets it over to Levi. Levi, cross ice pass to Sellers. Sellers pokes it around the Owatonna player. Looking to center. Cycles back, turns. Gonna look for a point. Nope. Goes back deep. Gets it over to Ondich. And now they shoot it at their own coach. Face off down in the Owatonna zone. 12 minutes, 30 seconds.
Long game.
Well, they're doing 17-minute periods, and now they did a 15. They'll be tired tonight.
I think this one started at 17.
What's that?
Started at 17. Again.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Man, 17-minute
It
periods.
ended because of time.
I don't know. All right, Polk checking up the boards. Pinch. Puck dribbles out. Another pinch. Held. Ondich. Goes to chip it around. Wesley Matson. He's shoveling it deep. Otney, some pressure there. Owatonna goes to ring the boards. Ondich is going to pick that loose puck up and cycle him back the other way. Aiden stops that. Nice poke check there. And Owatonna goes to shoot it, and the puck is on the boards. Wesley chips it around. We got a little breakaway action here. And lets one rip. Covered. Loose. Covered. All right. Face off down in the Owatonna zone. Face off, one back to Matson. Matson to Matson, and shot goes wide along the boards. Held in by Ondich. Goes low to Wesley. Owatonna looking to get the puck out. Pass, poked, and bobbling around the center of the ice. Some D to D. Goes back. Puck's going deep into the Farmington zone. Oh, one-timer, but not able to connect there. Ondich grabs the puck, gets it over to Otney, Otney to Wesley. Wesley, he's getting it deep in the zone, still battling, loose puck there. Chips over Otney's stick, puck on the boards. Some physicality there by Ondich. Puck goes behind the net. Bennett put some pressure. Owatonna breaks into the Farmington zone. Puck checked away by Cooper Mako. Loose puck, going to get grabbed by Cooper. Puck gets poke checked up in the air. Back to Owatonna. Owatonna goes to pass far across the ice. Gets bobbled. Now back behind their net. Trying to regroup. Pressure by Casano. Chipped up the boards. Owatonna grabs a loose puck, breaks into the Farmington zone. Cooper putting some pressure on. Ties the guy up. Kratz, he's got that puck. Puck goes far and wide to Holcomb. Holcomb, behind his back, in front of his back, gets poked and hit and picked up by Bennett. Bennett sitting there. Nice shot there. Juicy rebound. And it gets cleared out and going all the way down for an icing. All right. Face off back in the Owatonna zone. Now, this game has been going on now for an hour and a half. Wow. All right, face off. That's not bad. Casano pushes the puck back deep into Owatonna zone. Big hit there by Holcomb. Holds the zone. Puck goes deep behind the Owatonna net. Breaks. Casano pressure. Turns. Owatonna goes to get it out. Up winger pass. Gets pushed back. Another big hit there by Grossly. And now Owatonna's going back the other way. Pressure. Poke check. Picked up. Loose change. Has control of the puck. Holcomb bangs it off the board. Probably a little too much meat. Nope, well, icing waved off. A little surprise, that's okay. Puck goes behind the Owatonna net. More pressure coming here by Casano. Puck held up by the boards, looking for a big long ice pass. Owatonna connects, breaking into the Farmington zone. Pressure there, poke check by Matson. Owatonna sends it deep. Loose puck behind the net. Battle continues. Owatonna goes to their point, wants to let one rip. Nice blocker save there. Another blocker save, pick save, and covered up by JMO. And nice save there. Well, it doesn't matter.
I know. I was just trying
Just
to
in
help.
case. All right. Face off in Farmington country. We got Sellers. All right, face off, sent back. Owatonna's point, and the bouncing puck ends up in the net. 2-5. I don't know how that went in. Fluttering, it just fluttered.
Yeah.
Face off. All right, puck breaking into the zone. Here we have Kratz. Let's unrip, block, going far and wide. Owatonna looking to break out. Poked it there by Sellers. And Owatonna gets it deep in the Farmington zone. Loose puck. Owatonna's trying to wrap it around. Aiden put some pressure on there. Kurtz all pressure there. And now puck goes back behind the Farmington net. Owatonna with the puck, trying to cycle. Crosses, passes the puck across, no one there. Back to their point, tips it. Caught by Sellers. Sellers going up. Going to break into the zone here. Dumps it deep. Pressure continues behind the Owatonna net. And now the puck is going the other way. Zone held by Bennett. Puck behind the net again. Kurtzel going to pick that one up. Body behind the net. Or behind the play. Another big hit there. A lot of physicality here by Levi. Centering pass, but no one's there. Owatonna going to break it out. Poked by Sellers. Bennett with the loose puck. Bangs it back to Sellers. Sellers got the puck. Going to skate it. Looking to get it back in the zone. Picked off by Owatonna. Going the other way. Puck gets shot wide. Levi's going to try to get it out of his zone, and the pressure gets it out. Wesley Matson, some pressure here on Owatonna along the boards. Owatonna decides to take it behind the net. Wesley keeps that pressure on. Owatonna hits the brakes. Owatonna, big long pass, and icing will be the call. A lot more checking out of the Farmington team today. A lot more checking today. A little more physical game today. The boys are a lot more physical than they have in the past, and I'd like to see that. All right, face off. Wesley Matson. Puck tied up. Puck goes back and into Ondich's shin pads. That'll continues along the boards. Loose puck. Little stick slap by Ondich, but Owatonna walks with that one, and they get an offside. Yeah, fun. Good, you?
Great.
You guys are having a good year.
We're playing next door. I'm coaching Northfield this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got, well, they left. I'm
Oh,
free agents.
yeah. I guess I didn't know that. But,
So I had to sit around.
yeah. What is going on here? Yeah. All right, loose puck. Otney shoots, covered, loose rebound, picked up by Owatonna. Puck goes the other way. Puck along the boards here. Bennett, he's grabbing that one. Gets pulled down. Puck still loose along the corner. Ondich goes to chip it up and gets blocked by Owatonna. They get it for their point, who lets one rip, and Jabo gets it to the far boards. Play continues behind the net. Mako gets it over to Otney. Otney goes to chip it up and gets grabbed by Owatonna. Owatonna just wants to get it deep. And now Bennett gets it up to Ondich into the Owatonna zone, and now we're going the other way. Owatonna trying to do a drop pass, lays it out, takes a shot, gets tipped high into the net. What?
Not let them back in.
Right. I know. Got to keep the pressure on. There's still like 6 minutes of game left. A lot can happen. Got to keep rolling. All right. Puck brought back over to the far corner, chips it up to Grohl, so he was going to take off and get a little bit of a breakaway there. Poke back into the corner. And now we're going to get a holding penalty here. And holding will be the call. Grossly going to the box. And he knows it. Tried to get away with one. All right. 5 minutes, 43 seconds in the game. We'll head down to the other zone for a face-off. At least it's toasty warm here. Oh. All right. For any of those wanting to kill 2 hours later tonight. What's that? Yeah, I should have done that. There are heaters. All right, face off. Goes back to the point. Cross ice pass. Owatonna shovels it deep. Puck up, bouncing off the boards and out of the zone. Owatonna, far corner, holds it. And big hit there. Puck loose. One time in rocket, far and wide. Puck goes back into the corner. Loose puck in front. Kratz grabs that, rips it around the boards, heading up to the Owatonna point, who misses it. Tries to shovel it back to his other defensive partner, regrouping. And Holcomb putting the pressure on there. Pass to get it back in the Farmington zone. And turnover. Here we got Holcomb, chips it deep. No icing. And Farmington's going to get some fresh legs on there. Owatonna, big long pass, grabs the puck. Poke checked by Kurzweil. Still controlled and gets it back deep again. The hustle today is paying off for the Farmington boys. No one from the Owatonna team going for the puck. That was a little high. Puck goes back to the point, and now they're trying to get it out of the Farmington zone. Poke checked. Poke check there again. Kratz controls it. Off the boards, up to the Owatonna point. Cross ice pass there. Shot, tipped, and into the net. Woo! 37 seconds left in the penalty kill. And game on. Face off, angle up, picked off. Owatonna with a shoot, high and wide. Puck going along the corner, picked up, chipped off the boards, and out of the zone. Owatonna picking it up in the neutralized zone, goes D to D. Kurtzel putting some pressure here. Owatonna off the boards, kept back. Kurtzel's going to pick that one up. Gets picked off by some Owatonna players. Owatonna looking to regroup on their power play. Puck along the boards. Bennett pushes and plays the guy out, and puck's out of the zone. Another nice clear. Owatonna looking to set up the play. Little turn and burn there. Going to break it in. Goes deep. And grabbed by Jamo. Farmington going to get some fresh legs out there. All right, face off. Sellers. Puck poked back to their point. Kurtzel pressure. Kick save. Puck was back in the corner. Sellers is grabbing that one. And we're off to race the other way. Up to Otney, just a little bit behind. And then brought back into the zone. Picked off there and turned around the other way. Puck gets chipped deep into the Farmington zone. Jamo slows the puck down and back. Drop past to Cooper. Cooper's going to grab that one. Farmington's all aggressive right now. Otney gets it to Kurtzweil. Kurtzweil pokes it around. Grabs that puck. Pokes it back. Gets stopped. Grabs control again. Now poked back again. And turned behind the Owatonna net. Owatonna going to try to break it out. Chips it up the boards. Picked up by Madsen. Gets it over to Sellers. Sellers gets in clean. Centering pass. Oh, another loose puck. Picked off by Owatonna and back the other way. Bennett, he's got that one. He's looking for someone to pass it and gets just out of reach of Sellers. Otney some solid pressure there. Ondich coming with some speed. Wesley's going to slow this one down and get it back to his deep. Shipped up, picked off, and back the other way. Left one ripped wide. Another one ripped wide. Ondich going to poke that out of the zone. Nope, gets grabbed by Owatonna. And shot high and into the net. All right. I think my phone keeps hearing me say shot, and it goes in like SOS mode. I'm like, what is going on? All right, face off. Picked up by Kratz. Other way, goes a pass to Holcomb, just out of reach. Snagged by Owatonna, breaking into the zone, trying to dangle. Too many bodies for that. And going back the other way. Casano's going to put some pressure on here. No icing. Owatonna's hammering the brakes, loses control of the puck. Takes it back behind their net again. Trying another opportunity to break it out. And grossly pushing them to the boards. And another big hit there. Owatonna gets one, shoots it high again into the net. All right, face off down in the Owatonna or the Farmington zone. Owatonna's thinking about pulling their goalie. Minute 30 left. Face off, back, shot wide. Puck goes around the net. Owatonna turns, burns at the point. Kurtzel's put some pressure on there. Poke checks the puck away there. Picked up by Sellers, back in the corner. Casano, goalie is now pulled for Owatonna. Owatonna trying to get a shot off, loose, bouncing, covered up by Jamo. All right. Empty net right now for Owatonna. One minute, 9 seconds left in the game. Puck one back to the Owatonna D shot. Levi blocks that one. Loose puck gets slapped down the ice, and we're going to see an icing. 1 minute left in the game. Sellers for the face-off. Iverson getting a talking to. Puck goes out to the point. Pressure there. Shot blocked. Back into the corner. Puck's loose. Slashing there. Surprised that's not called. Oh, they are going to call it, I think. That'll be some time in the box for the Owatonna player. So Farmington will be on the power play, and we'll be going down to the Owatonna zone. For this, they'll have to grab their goalie back. All right, 47 seconds left in the game. Farmington on the power play. Puck one goes back. Miles gets the catch. Cat lets one rip. Bouncing puck into the corner. Ondich going to pick up that loose one. Pokes it back behind. Pressure. Picked up again by Ondich. Looking for some opportunities. Gets it over to Casano. Back down to Ondich. Back to Casano. Gets it to Miles. Going to look for who gets poked. Casano making a run one time. Gets grabbed by Miles. Miles in close. Lets her go with the back door and poke him just a little bit wide. Picked up by Ondich. Lets one rip out of nowhere, and glove save by Owatonna. 11 seconds left in the game. Man, Ben almost had that one.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. All right. Casano for the face-off. Puck one. Gets it back over to Kratz. Kratz will hook him. Lets one go just a bit wide. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Lets one go. And it just out of reach of the goal. Good job by the Farmington boys. Good game. When hustle pays off.
It's like 6% left, so
We just made it. Oh, Jesus. 1 hour and 50 minutes of game. Holy cow.
Who's going to be tired of the way?
I'm tired.
I know.
I'm cold and tired. I know. All right, good game. Signing off.
Okay.